All right, y'all, let's welcome Bishop William Murphy, the senior pastor of the Dream Center Church in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, Bishop Murphy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bishop Murph. I want to pray for you this morning. Let's pray from Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 4. You will find favor and good repute in the sight of God and man. I want you to decree this over your day. Unusual favor. I pray for unusual favor for you today. I pray that the Holy Spirit would touch the hearts of people you barely know and lead them to bless you. I pray that the blessing of the Lord manifests in your life today in unusual ways through and from unusual people. I pray for help to come to you from outside of your circle and from people who won't fully understand why they're helping you. I pray that by the end of the day, you have 3 or 4 testimonies of how unusual things, good things, undeniably God things have happened for you unexpectedly and through unusual people. I pray that by the time you get home from work today, you'll be fully convinced that God still loves you, that God is still with you, and that God is still for you. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
News headlines,
entertainment,
sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Thursday, November 20th. Here's what's going on in the news. President Donald Trump has signed a bill ordering the Justice Department to release its long-protected case files on Jeffrey Epstein. The move triggers a 30-day deadline for the DOJ to turn over roughly 100,000 pages from its investigations into Epstein and his former partner, Ghislaine Maxwell. The release also includes internal DOJ communications about Epstein, his associates, and his 2019 death in federal custody. Now, of course, some records will remain sealed. Now, the law allows the DOJ to withhold victims' personal information, any child abuse material, and documents deemed classified for national security or foreign policy reasons. In other news, a new mom is speaking out after she says a hospital sent her home while she was in active labor. 23-year-old Mercedes Wells says she knew the baby was coming, but staff at Franciscan Health Crown Point Hospital in Indiana reportedly told her she wasn't far enough along. 8 minutes after leaving, her husband was delivering their baby in the front seat of their truck.
I was in excruciating pain. She seen me in pain and agony. And I guess she still perceived me to not be in labor. I was stripped of my dignity as a person because I was treated less than an animal.
Franciscan says they're investigating what happened. Now, the Wells family has hired an attorney, but they say this isn't about a payout. They want accountability and better policies so future moms are not put in the same situation. Lastly, it turns out even just a couple of cigarettes a day can pack a serious punch. New research suggests that 2 cigarettes daily can raise your risk of heart disease by 50% and boost your risk of dying from any cause by about 60% compared to people who never smoke. The study says cutting back isn't enough to undo the damage. Researchers say people should quit entirely, not simply smoke less. For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at
Rock
sports.
T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Well, the word is that Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles are frustrated with their quarterback, Jalen Hurts. The way he's been playing and performing throughout the year, whatever. He ain't been his best, but, they still 8-2 at the end of the day. But cool and calm Jalen Hurts, as always. Here's how he feels about that.
I take a lot of the responsibility when things are going. I guess I get a lot of attention when things are going well and when things are not going so well. And so I never run away from holding myself accountable. And I think I take great pride in what we do on offense. I take great pride in how we go out there and play as a team and what our flow is. And so we obviously got work to do, and I think that obviously starts with me.
Absolutely, man. And I'll take those 8-2 problems all day long. When your quarterback ain't playing his best and you still 8-2,
Come on now.
I'm good with that. Shoot, it is what it is. Hey, man, some encouraging news from Chris Boyd. The New York Jets defensive back says he's on the road to recover after he was shot on Sunday, and he's now starting to breathe on his own, man. That's awesome right there. 29-year-old shared a video on his Instagram and social media pages from the hospital bed, and he was shot Wednesday. No, he was actually shot over this past weekend in the abdomen during a fight in Manhattan. So we'll get more information about that. But the good news is he's on the road to recovery. It's my quick sports report right there. Brat got the hot spot coming up next. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Martha Stewart is back joining forces with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre because she is now the newest brand partner for their Still Gin spirited beverage. Yes, indeed. She's been enlisted not to only promote the brand, but also share her own recipes using the signature gin. Her signature cocktail is called Watermelon, which includes watermelon, lime juice, cucumber bitters, cane syrup, and Still Gin. It's billed as an elevated take on gin and juice. The partnership isn't as surprising as it might initially seem because Martha Stewart and Snoop have maintained what she describes an unbreakable friendship as they collaborated on various projects over the years. They've also partnered on products like wine, Bic lighters and smoking accessories, CBD products, TV shows, sketchers, and cookbooks. So I continue that to be a long-lasting relationship, and I'm happy that Martha. What you think, Gary? You looking at me crazy?
Yes, I am.
She's
honey.
smart.
Yeah, she may be smart, but honey, she's fine. Said the hell with it. I might as well go ahead and be me. I'm gonna name it Watermelon when I'm working with you two Negroes, and this is what it's gonna be.
No, it's made with watermelon.
Yeah.
Gary.
Why she couldn't make it peachy?
Because it's lime juice, cucumber bitters, cane syrup, and their gin.
Watermelon. Uh-huh.
Right. That's
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Y'all gonna get it on the way home, honey. Yeah,
trying to keep the black man down. Next they're gonna come out with chicken.
Exactly, chicky.
If Snoop and Dre didn't have a problem with it being called watermelon, it has watermelon in it.
That's the problem. It got cucumber in it too, Brad. Why can it be cucumber?
Because that's not cute as watermelon.
Oh, see, y'all brainwashed.
We don't eat chicken and watermelon in public.
Okay, yeah.
Martha Stewart eat watermelon and chicken.
Well, she should have named the one in there because that sounds racist, honey. No. Put in watermelon.
Oh my God,
and you're working with black people.
You always got to find the worst, most negative thing you could say. Martha Stewart ain't never did nothing to you, never.
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
She ain't never done nothing for me, honey. She
I
get
said
all her,
to you. She ain't got to do nothing for you.
I just don't like that.
Man, don't pay attention to Martin Luther with the T.
Okay, Miss Watermelon.
All right, y'all. Oh, God. Moving on, y'all. Samuel Jackson had no problem saying yes when he was asked to join forces with Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl halftime show in February in New Orleans. And while Jackson thought he was signing up for another one of his many acting gigs, he told Jimmy Kimmel that he had no idea he was signing up to be Uncle Sam in the Revolution, y'all. Here's what he had to say.
I had no idea about any of that until we actually did dress rehearsal.
That was the first time you knew you were going to be, dressed as Uncle Sam?
That was the first time I knew we were doing a revolution. I mean, I knew I was dressing as Uncle Sam, but I just thought that was like, okay, fine, this is an Uncle Sam thing, and it's not. But then all of a sudden, when dress rehearsal starts, it's like, I'm there, I'm doing it. I turn around and said, wait a minute, that's flag. They're making a flag up there. Now I'm going, now it's revolutionary.
That's when you figured it out right then?
It never occurred to me. I just thought it was just me being Sam, with an Uncle Sam suit. Uncle Sam.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Man, you better find out what you're signing up for because you never know. I mean, but he was just paid, I guess, to do an acting gig, and he got his money and did what he had to do. Well, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media. All right, y'all, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar!
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use. Special K, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Let's jump into this. Today's news you absolutely cannot use is sponsored by the Olive Garden restaurants, some that now have live music serenades at your table. Did y'all know about that?
No.
Yeah, how dope is that? So the slogan is, enjoy a singer performing love ballads while our waiter comes over to toss your salad.
I knew you was going to say that.
You know what?
Really?
Where you gonna eat at tonight, Gary?
The Olive Garden.
And what's the slogan again?
Yeah. It says, enjoy a singer performing love ballads while our waiter comes over to toss your salad. Because that's a big feature of the Olive Garden. Everybody likes to go in there.
Yeah.
They love that. That's probably their number one thing.
And everything we do for the rest of the morning, I want you to say this has been brought to you by Olive Garden. And I want you to do that for the whole damn morning. Man, please.
I know I love going to the Olive Garden.
Me too.
You like getting your salad toast?
Yeah.
It's different when they do it versus when you do it yourself. Because when you do it, it just don't be like, no.
Yeah.
What'd you
Man
say?
goes to the person. Man goes.
I like mine with the bread sticks.
What you got going on over there, Kay?
I'm sorry, I don't know. That
You say you
didn't
do
come
it
out right.
yourself, right?
That didn't come out right.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Pretty flexible, dog.
You need to think before you speak.
Thank you.
Somebody do it yourself.
Yeah, there's a big pause on that one. Big pause on that one.
No, you just told the truth.
No,
man.
Gary,
Man,
I've
my
never
stomach
talked
hurt.
about.
Oh, Lord.
You got to let them toss it because it just like.
Man, come on, man. Go on.
Okay.
man.
All right. So look. So when you get into your 50s, right? Especially once you hit 55, when you get to that discount age where you start getting discounts at IHOP and all that, it's a lot of things that you can only remember. You remember that you used to do. So Super Day, give me some remember music. I can remember a time when I could get up out the bed and not say a couple of cuss words on my way to the bathroom, but it happens now. I can remember a time when I didn't have to wonder why is my shoulder / elbow / neck / back / leg, foot, ankle, knee, chest hurting like this for no reason.
No reason.
I can remember a time when I run, jump over furniture, and slide across the floor to answer my phone every time it rang.
Yes, sir.
Not no more. I can remember a time when I didn't go to bed with fear of random acid reflux attacks. Wow. I can remember. Can you remember a time when I could drink milkshakes without anxiety of not being within close proximity to a toilet?
Yeah.
I can remember a time when I could sit through a whole TV show or movie and not get up to pee 5 times.
Right.
Yeah. I can remember going to a strip club and being just turned on by the dancers and not looking at them like, damn, she look like one of my daughter friends. She don't need to be doing
I
this.
can't go no more. I don't go no more.
Yeah.
I don't go
hey,
no more.
Rock T, I can remember a time when slap boxing with my homeboys for 15 to 20 minutes was fun.
Yes, sir.
Not no more.
No more.
Don't touch me. I can remember a time when I didn't need or want to take a nap in the middle of the day.
I swear to God,
Come on,
I
dog.
took one yesterday.
Boy.
I took one
Remember
yesterday.
you used to pride yourself on how long you stayed up without sleeping?
I took my ass on that little screened-in porch and folded up and took a good ass nap. And then I
in
woke
the
up and
fetal
didn't know what day it was.
They'll be the best ones.
You know
you
when
think you done overslept into the next day? You only sleep for like 20 minutes.
Y'all ain't never y'all don't remember the time I went when the time changed and it got dark around 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Man, y'all remember when I got up and drove back, took a nap and woke up and came back to the radio station.
Yeah.
I said, where's Hair Crack? Where's Rock T? Where everybody at?
Wow.
And that was the night show. The night show. They said, man, you need to go home.
You thought it was in the morning time?
Yeah, but that was the night. The night show was on, and I thought it was morning time.
Hey, welcome to 55, brother. Don't feel bad.
God. Gary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It's released, y'all. The newly released body camera footage, y'all, from the Portia Williams saga and the Delta airline flight, honey, is released. And there's some disparaging things that was in that flight, and people are saying somebody is lying. Now they're saying, y'all, that the body camera footage provides fresh insight into an altercation involving Real Housewives of Atlanta star Miss Portia Williams, y'all, aboard that Delta Airlines flight on Sunday. Now, here's the deal. Now, they're saying that the footage y'all captured the moments police respond to the gate at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport following the plane arrival. Now, witnesses and Williams said, y'all, that the confrontation began when another passenger, y'all, before the flight departed Las Vegas. Now, according to Portia, y'all, they're saying that the dispute started when the other woman commented, y'all, on the volume of Portia's phone. So the woman said, quote, "So you're going to make me listen to that whole flight?" the woman alleged said to Portia, and Portia replied, "Do you want to?" And the woman said she didn't prompt y'all to respond that she could have, asked more politely, y'all. And Portia told the police that the woman then called her a derogatory name, and here's how it went down.
She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy, on and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap, so I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone, and everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane, and the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault.
You probably shouldn't have had your phone in her face, and none of this stuff would have happened if you'd have shut your mouth and not had. You shouldn't have said nothing to her to begin with, because if you have a complaint about another passenger, you need to tell the flight attendant that her phone is too loud. You confronted her, and now you got the white woman tears. I hate when people start something and then cry victim later. Period.
Well, honey,
Period.
we're going to call her Miss Wentworth, baby, because I saw it on the news, honey.
Prototypical Karen.
Baby, Miss Wentworth.
Absolutely.
She she took my phone and she just went down. I can't believe, like, girl, shut up.
Into the hospital.
You got the right one.
Ain't that something?
But it's something.
It ain't just Karens do it. People do that, period. They always start something. Let's go on. Everybody want to pick up at the reaction, but nobody ever want to discuss the action that caused the reaction.
Right.
You always want to skip past the action, but where did it start? How did the situation start? If you never would have said nothing to her, it never would have happened. And then if you was going to say it, you could have been more polite about it.
Well, that's what they were saying.
If you would please. You know what I'm saying? You got mad. You was bothered by her presence anyway, like they all are.
That part.
I ride first class. I was on first class yesterday, and they were shocked, and everybody was staring, shocked to see you sit down with confidence. And I crossed my legs, and I sipped on my Sprite and my Biscoff cookies, and or whatever. And I'm proud black with my chin up, or whatever. And I'm sure everybody, and I can just read all of them mind. I wonder, is he an athlete? I wonder, is he a singer? Is he a rapper? Is he an athlete? Why are you here? And just the looks, the smirky look. Man, you don't get me started, because I know exactly what she dealt with, because I experienced it every damn week for years.
Well, she claimed, honey, that the confrontation happened during takeoff, and that she was afraid, honey, for her life. And I'm sure, and I would have been afraid too.
For your life, why did you say something to her?
Well, she said she was afraid, honey. And when white women are afraid, they're afraid.
In the first place, they always want to start something, but then, I'm the victim. Call the police. I'm afraid.
Well, Ricky, here's what else I'm going to say, honey. This is touching. Oh, my God.
The Instagram was on, and she told me, am I going to have to listen to that? And I said, well, do you want to? And she said, no. I said, okay. And then I said, well, there was a nicer way you could have said that, And then she says, what? She's like, you don't talk to me. And I was like, from that point on, she said, who the do you think you are? And so I said, oh, no. I said, y'all need to get her out of here. She tried to take her phone and record, then she drops her phone on the floor. And she's like, you hit me. Oh, my God. You hit me. You just hit me in my face. Oh, my God. I'm pressing charges. I want you to be in jail. And I'm like, what's happening? So the stewardess
also, her phone dropped on the floor. You didn't slap the phone from my hand.
No.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You saw everything happen?
Yeah, she did not touch it.
Baby, the white people came from the back and told her she didn't do it.
I was inside of the Halloween store in the Summit 3 weeks ago. A woman walked up to me and put her phone in my face, and I removed the phone from my face, and she calls the damn police.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I went to a high school class reunion. The reason why I don't go anymore. A woman put her phone in my face. I removed the phone from my face. You walked up to me, all on video because she was on live. Walked up to me and put her phone in my face. Right? Went back and told her husband that I assaulted her. It's crazy. People always start something. And doing something with them, whether it's the phone or whether it's starting a fight or starting some mess or whether it be a text message, but they then when you clap back at them or you defend yourself, then all of a sudden they cry victim. I hate people like that. That's terrible. And that's the society we live in, because everybody want to pick up. It's in the mindset of some people, everything starts with the reaction, but nobody ever want to roll the tape all the way back to the action. And that's a manipulation of today's society. It pisses me off.
Well, what was very interesting, though, there was people of non-color came from the back of the play, from 3 seats behind Portia, and told the media that she did not hit that woman, or she didn't do nothing to that woman. And I said, oh, my God, white people speaking out and telling the truth, honey. That was really nice for Portia. But Miss Wentworth, honey, was very disturbed by that.
Thank God for witnesses.
Yeah,
Thank God for the lady that was standing in the aisle at the Halloween store and told the police he did not scratch her face, sir. Trying to press charges, trying to do a shakedown and get some money. Man, it's like why do people always start something and then cry victim? That irritates me to my soul. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then she told Portia, well, who do you think you are? See, you that bothered her when she got on the plane with that mink coat on and that hair flowing, and then when she took that mink coat off and sit down and she seen all that junk in the trunk or whatever, because she really should have had 2 seats in first class instead of 1 seat, or 1 seat to hold that big booty of her that she got. Cause boy, that thing be sitting up there, boy, them onions be sitting up there. You heard? Cause we done seen it. It's like an eclipse. We done seen it ourselves.
That thing should have been.
That thing should have been.
The Kaluna Dad is one of my favorite Kaluna. My Kaluna Dad is caviar. On the high end, you say caviar, and on the low end, just say beautiful black. And I just think more, y'all, instead of y'all flying first class, y'all should fly coach and sit where you're supposed to be, honey, and stop flying first class, making these doggone people mad with you. Don't have these stories, honey. You're flew in coach, honey. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, go ahead.
You all know already that yesterday, under zero fanfare, the President of the United States signed the bill to release the Epstein files. And I think that was one indicator that everybody has to pay attention to. Like, this is a president who doesn't do anything not on TV, that doesn't do anything without fanfare. And there was zero connected to this. Bondi, who is ultimately going to be responsible for carrying this out, though she could have done this without this, has said that they're going to follow the law. And the challenge, Kay, as you know, is that with this in following the law, there's a whole lot of loopholes here. Right. And so, one, if there's an ongoing investigation, which the president has already called on one for President Bill Clinton and former president of Harvard University, Larry Summers, who just announced his disconnection from Harvard as a result of this and will no longer be teaching there for now. But it also means that any of these files that were connected to a grand jury, because there's grand jury secrecy issues that are attached to this. And then there's also, obviously, victims' names and personal data that will not be included. And so it'll be interesting to see. But even in his Truth Social posting, he almost acted like the only people that are going to be incriminated within these files are Democrats, which we know is not true because he's incriminated within it. So I just don't know. As much as we've gone through this, Kay, I just don't know what it's going to ultimately mean. So when all of these things come out and the public and the media are able to scrutinize the files that haven't been redacted and those that don't have personal data and those that aren't connected to ongoing investigation, what are they going to do with it, Kay?
You know what it's like, Jeff? It's almost like if you have a teenage kid and you say, hey, I need to check the text messages on your phone, and the kid protests and said, no. And then you say, well, okay, I'm going to leave and I'll be back in an hour. I got to run to the store, and then when you get back, the kid says, okay, well, yeah, you know what? You can check my phone after all. What do you think happened during that hour that you were going to the store?
Oh, for sure.
That kid cleared everything incriminating out of that phone. Because now you get back and he's like, oh, you know what? I thought about it, Mom. Dad, it's okay. You can go through my phone. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the text messages. Ain't nothing there.
And the DOJ still has 30 days to give it to us, so they can still go through and get more
The whole
stuff.
thing is a joke. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, and I'm feeling the same way. I'm almost, even as we talk about it, like, how many distractions are we forced to lift up as news? And not really having clarity on is this going to mean anything? and what is taking up the news cycle. But I will say this. I don't know how, I mean, you're talking about 300 plus gigabytes of data, files, videos, interviews. That's a lot. Yeah. And so I'm just curious, as you all have said, what are we actually going to see? And who is it going to impact? So we'll see. Like you said, we got 30 days, and there will be enough people trying to weaponize all of it against whoever they want to weaponize it against. So folks are going to be having to deal with their association with Epstein, them being mentioned, them having correspondence for quite some time. So it is going to hurt some folks individually, but I don't know what it's going to do for us as citizens trying to navigate this insanity that is this administration. So we will see, y'all. Hit me at Jeff Nation. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all have a fantastic Thursday. Can't wait to talk to y'all on the other side next week.
Man, appreciate you, big dog.
My pleasure.
That's on the week almost over. The week almost over.
But let me tell you something.
Can I start off by asking you how your grandmama doing? Because yesterday you said somebody jumped on the air mattress and popped up in the air, and our house coat got caught up in the ceiling fan.
It was so crazy.
How many times did she spin around?
But she spun around probably about 30 times, boy. And we had to settle down. We had to settle down the whole wheelchair.
Or what was the ceiling fan on?
Nah, it wasn't not too high, but she still spun around about 30 times. But and when you got high blood pressure, and you already old, it make you. She was real dizzy, because she was looking crazy when we settled down. Yeah, she's great now. She good now.
So I can understand you're not coming yesterday. So
yeah,
what's your excuse for
let me
today?
tell you what happened, Shad. You're not gonna believe this. Let me tell you what happened. So I went to the barbershop yesterday after we got my grandmama scraped. Yeah. And I went to the barbershop and the old head was in there, and somebody was like, "Hey, Black Tony, what's up? Black Tony, what's up?" And the old head, he was like, "You Black Tony?" I said, "Yo," and he said, he be listening to the radio, and he sat me down, but he pulled me to the back. He said, young boy, let me holler at you. And I said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up, OG?" He said, "Look here." He said, "Let me tell you something." So he said, "I'm 89 years old." Yeah. He said, and there was a time back in the day when black folk like us couldn't even get no job.
Come on now.
He said, it was a time when black folk like us couldn't get no job. He said, white folks used to think that black folk were lazy, didn't want to work, this and that, woo. Yeah. He said, "Let me tell you something, young boy, let me tell you something." He said, you got a whole job. He said, "Man, do you know how many folk wish they had a job right now like you?" Right. Yeah. They get up and go to work every day, shouting. He said, and them folks you work with, they get up early in the morning. He said, white folk used to say black folk don't even want to get up and go to work. He said, young buck. He said, "I'm not trying to, he said, but I'm telling you right now, son." Yeah. He said, you need to appreciate that them folk gave you an opportunity to let you come and get up and go to work every day, son, and you don't even show up, and you call them folk and telling them all kind of this, that, woo, this, that, the other, what. Yeah. I'm talking about, shouty, he
laid that thing out. It made you think, didn't it?
It made me feel some kind of way. He said.
What was the conclusion?
I said, he said, "You got to stop with your foolishness, and you need to go in there and go to work and folk paying you." And I said, "Boy, I thought about it, Rick." And I said, he right. Yeah. He said nothing wrong. Yeah. So I said, he said nothing wrong. And he said, "You need to go home and think about it."
That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking about it right now.
Hey, Fred, call me.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. We get the prayer warriors are being solicited. We prayed earlier for Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. And now, Ricky, we're continuing to pray on them. This time we need to pray for Mia Thornton, y'all, from the Real Housewives of Potomac, Ricky. Oh, my God, it's a sad story. But they're saying, y'all, that the former Real Housewives of a Potomac star, Mia Thornton, found herself, Ricky, in a real-life drama recently when the Atlanta police arrested her at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Now, the officer said that the 40-year-old reality TV alum was taken to the Fulton County Jail without incident. Now, police claim, y'all, that Mia, honey, was wanted over an alleged late-night furniture heist. Now, according to a police report, yes, baby, this girl was stealing furniture at night, allegedly. Now, according to the police,
furniture at night?
You move when the people, honey, sleeping, and you want to get away, and you're taking somebody else's furniture that's not yours. So, according to the police report, a property management company, y'all, contacted the authorities on behalf of a condo owner who had rented the unit, y'all, to Miss Thornton. Now, the police report accused
so they rented the unit furnished?
Yeah, furnished, Ricky. Yeah, because they didn't want to take the furniture with them, so they rented. They said, well, girl, you could just come on ahead, honey, and rent right here with all this furniture because you're moving to Atlanta, because she recently was moving to Atlanta and what have you. And, you know, she probably didn't have a place set up yet because her former boyfriend that we work with probably said you couldn't stay there right now. I ain't got no names. But anyway, I love him. But anyway, the former Bravo celebrity, honey, they say, baby, the report accused y'all, the former Bravo celebrity, honey, of clearing out the place, baby, in the middle of the night on October the 28th, baby. This girl was stealing furniture. Now, the landlord told police, y'all, that the tenants didn't just move out, but allegedly took everything that had been inside the condo before moving in. Now, including y'all TV that had been mounted to the walls, honey. Investigators put the value of the missing items at about $11,000. Now, Mia left Real Housewives of Potomac early this year after 4 seasons, announcing on Instagram that she had relocated to Atlanta and would not return for the next season. And at the time, y'all, she called the move a fresh start and described her run on the Bravo franchise as a whirlwind filled with big lessons and unforgettable moments. Now, fans speculated that she would join the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and even though Mia expressed her willingness to join the show, she was not invited, baby, to join the cast. Oh, that was so
what,
sad.
You don't think she took the furniture and put the furniture in storage so she could put the furniture that she wanted in the house? Because sometimes you rent a house. Remember that house out there by DFW Airport I was renting?
Exactly.
And they had all of the damn funeral home furniture in that house. Sitting up there, like you feel like you were sitting up in Willie Watkins.
Yep.
A Golden Gate funeral home. Like what the hell?
But that's nice. We're trying to make it real pretty and good. But they say this girl was stealing the furniture at night, honey. If that was the case, she should have left in the daytime. But they say, honey, when the girls was sleeping, honey, she was taking the furniture out at night. And they caught her, honey, at the airport. She was trying to go somewhere, fly somewhere, but they stopped at the airport. And they just told this girl she was under arrest, honey, for stealing furniture. So we just got to keep her lifted up in prayer. And I think they should have put her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I like Mia. She was a great woman, a great, I've interviewed her a couple of times and she did good. But, you know, sometimes we make mistakes.
You think she's going to end up on the Housewives of Atlanta?
Well, how many thieves was on there? I mean, how many people they had on there that they said stole? I don't remember. But I don't think so, because they just declined her because they would have put her on this season when they got all the other new girls. But we're going to keep Mia lifted up in prayer. We're going to try to reach out to her and see if she could come on the show and talk about it, because it's not a good look right now. And she has kids and stuff. You know, she separated from her husband. At the time, she had an older husband, because Mia's like, 38, 40, her husband like 70.
Oh, wow.
And they separated and stuff. And then, you know, she was dating other people that. And I love this guy. I'm not going to be messing with him. I ain't going to call his name, but I like you. But anyway, yeah, she was dating one of your colleagues. And
Gary.
Uh-oh.
What if they got rid of the Housewives of Atlanta and replaced it with all little women and called them the baby housewives, and all of them was holding a plum?
That would be cute.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
All of them standing there holding a big ass red plum.
Yeah.
They're holding the plum, baby. But
you see how my mind set up?
Yeah, we see that.
That's why I didn't do good in school, man. I couldn't focus.
Right.
Everybody using FOM. But anyway, yeah. So, but anyway.
So sad. But now I can't get it out of my head. So thanks, Ricky.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be in y'all head all day. Y'all, but anyway, y'all think about housewives, y'all can think about them damn baby housewives, all of them standing in a little semicircle holding the plum.
Oh gosh.
But we're gonna keep Mia lifted up in our prayers. We love Mia, y'all, and hopefully and prayerfully, y'all, that she don't have to serve no time, honey. Could you imagine all the housewives, Portia and Mia, both from Housewives, honey, in the pen, honey? Oh my God, that would be something. So.
And then the baby housewife, they gonna go to jail. They gonna put them in a dog cage.
Okay. Move it on. Another celebrity news, y'all, baby. Ray J is speaking candidly, y'all, about a recent clash with Dr. Umar Johnson. Y'all, he explained during a recent visit to a show, honey. He said that Dr. Umar, y'all, there was tension between the both of them because Dr. Umar expressed interest in rapper Sukahana. Now, according to Ray J, baby, the situation became uncomfortable when he felt, y'all, that Dr. Umar was crossing personal lines with someone he considered close. He said, y'all, that the two exchanged heated words and that he made it clear that he did not appreciate the pressure he felt Dr. Umar was trying to put on him. Now, Ray J, y'all, also addressed lingering online rumors confirming, y'all, that he has financially supported Sukahana and, y'all, that the amount had reached to only $75,000 a month. Oh, that wasn't that much money to give Sukahana. She deserves it. Now, they're saying during the interview, his current girlfriend, Sheila, just sat behind him, appearing worried as he spoke about his connection to Suki. Now, she later admitted, y'all, that she had not expected him to share those details so openly. Now, Dr. Umar has recently, y'all, been dealing with significant financial problems of his own. Now, in public statements reported across social platforms, he acknowledged, y'all, that both his personal account and the account tied to his FDMG Academy had been frozen while he faced questions about his fundraising practices, y'all. And he suggested that he was unsure how he would pay upcoming bills and urged supporters to continue contributing. Now, that Dr. Umar, he seemed to be an interesting guy. I mean, y'all familiar with Dr. Umar?
Yeah, he's a pretty polarizing figure.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite controversial because of, he's they're saying that he, is a, well, I don't want to put that out there. He's a polarizing figure. Let's leave it at that.
What's polarizing?
That means some people love you, some people hate you. You know, people have a lot of opinions on what your motives are and your legitimacy, all that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to keep all parties nipped up in
Google
prayer,
it.
honey.
Yeah, Google
That's
it.
exactly
There's a
what
lot
I'm
of people
doing.
talking about
Yeah, thank you, Alfredo. Google
Yeah.
Alfredo. Yeah. Because Sukahana, honey, she's sweet and stuff. And I mean, but Ray J, I mean, how do you pay a person $75,000 a month? That's a lot of money. I mean, but I guess with his earphones and all the other stuff, because Kim Kardashian still got all the money, but it's neither here nor there. All right. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is caviar. On the high end, you say caviar, and on the low end, you say beautiful black. Y'all, that's your color for today.
All right, y'all, Rick's about the morning show. Hey, today we're talking about a viral video that's all over social media. A Chicago mom and her son, they were attacked after school. And I mean, it's a sad thing to see, man. When I tell you that thing tore me up, like for real, because that's somebody's, those kids' mother, somebody's sister, somebody's daughter. The lady was pregnant, is pregnant and suffering from sickle cell. Alfred, did you have the story?
Yeah, Ricky. Chicago police are still investigating that viral attack where that pregnant mom and her 9-year-old son were jumped by a group of kids after school. The mom says her son had been bullied for years, and this time the kids chased them down, pinned them against a fence, and beat them. The video has the whole city furious and the whole country, really. But so far, police haven't publicly identified any of the kids involved. However, some of the moms are on social media defending their kids. One mom, Yaz St. Patrick, wrote this, and I'm going to paraphrase because there's a lot of cussing going on in this text that she wrote. But listen to this, Ricky. She writes, "Let me say this. First, my daughter's a great ass kid. She's an AB student, captain of the cheerleading team, ahead of her class, and some more ish. All good things from every teacher. If you know, you know. We don't owe nobody an apology. But that lady and her kids, so all y'all grown MFs looking for a viral moment, please shut TF up. Kids gonna be kids, and it's kids out here that did way worse-ish. Let alone y'all ass when you were 12 and 13 years old. Y'all ass used to be out here beating up crackheads and all. Y'all don't know us at all. She was peer pressured. If you know my family, you know if we find a friend in an MF, we're going to stand behind them 100% no matter what. But this is definitely a lesson learned. She was held accountable for her actions. Y'all to be it, I don't know, takes a village, B. She got a castle, TF, and everybody standing 10 toes behind her. I was never going to go live making y'all MFs feel no type of way. Once again, we do not owe y'all an apology. F y'all MFs know what's going on in real life and know my kid's not raised like that at all. Feel how you want, F y'all. So
Yeah, not a castle, White Castle.
Yeah.
That's the only castle you got, White Castle.
And the excuse is that she's taking up for her friend?
Yeah, that has nothing. You never had no business taking. And now we see where the problem come from because the apple don't fall far from the tree. that behavior, that not being accountable, not accepting responsibility, deflecting, and justifying, and that's what we live in today's society. How dare you, and to talk about the generational thing. Man, we never would have thought. Hell, we didn't put our hands on no crackheads, whether they was on crack or not, whether they was drunk or not. We was not finna put our hands on nobody grown, especially a classmate's mother.
Yeah. And she's clearly pregnant, and to justify it by saying she was peer pressured. She had to. We stand up.
She hit the one you talking about through the first punch.
She threw the first
one with
punch.
the headphones on. How was she? Nobody told her to do that. Right. And where do you learn that?
But Ricky and Alfreda's,
yeah,
something has happened in this generation. Something has happened to where adults have no control or no fear or no authority over young people. Something happened because, like you said, this didn't happen in our generation. It just didn't, and the responsibility is on the adults that got kids in the mindset of thinking that this is okay.
I don't understand, Gary. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thing is, now I was reading some comments from a couple of people on social media, and like when talking about the kids and stuff, how we were talking about the kids were wrong and they shouldn't have did this and blah blah blah. But one guy said that we should not blame the kids because first of all, the kids, all of us have done something when we were younger. So
no, it's got to be some. You have to blame the kids because they knew just like they knew to do it. They knew that they were not supposed to be doing, and they can also know not to do it.
But
just
maybe
like they
don't.
Just like they knew to do it, they know not to do it.
But maybe they don't because look at what her mom said. Her mom basically is saying, you know what? She was peer pressure. We stand up for our crew. For somebody fighting, we gonna get in it. That's basically what she said.
That's
that
crazy.
mom's response said everything you needed to know about why her daughter acts the way she acts.
Absolutely.
Because the mom, as you can see, is a person that lacks self-control, that lacks discernment, that lacks appropriateness.
How can you learn if that is your mom?
Yeah, if that's your mama, then we already know where you're gonna be at 16.
Yeah.
So should the parents be punished?
Absolutely. Especially with that response. Because if you look at that response, then that's a part of the behavior of the child. If you put that public response out there, a prosecutor, somebody should take a look at that or whatever, and the mother and the daughter should be held accountable.
But that's what the viewer said, that the parents should not be punished. He said she should not be punished because first of all, most parents raise their kids to be the best that they could be. Now, when they leave from the house and start doing stuff away from the parent, that's not the parent's responsibility.
If you raise your child right, the child is not going to stray that far from what they know what's been instilled in them. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes common sense got to kick in.
Yeah, let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Dorian Taylor, Collinsville, Illinois. I just think it's an absolute travesty what these kids did to those grown people. I haven't heard the details of what the parents said and everything, but I just think it's a travesty, and these kids need to be held accountable in some kind of way. If that lady would have stabbed one of them kids or shot one of them kids, she would be wrong, but I feel she would have been absolutely justified.
Alfreda calls from Dallas, Texas, and I think it's pretty ridiculous. And with being an educator, I see it all the time. And just a few days ago, I had a student nearly hit me. So parents need to definitely be spoken with regarding this matter.
I'm Shannon, calling from Houston. I'm glad Ricky, he hit on this, because I watched the video last night myself, and it kind of really upset me, because this is really condoned and learned behavior. You understand? Right. These kids, they go home doing the same thing to other people's kids, and these parents laugh about it. Not to mention how they may talk in front of these kids when they're on the phone or talking to other people. There's nothing good that's coming out of this right now. It's all bad just to see that, just to visually see how they drugged that lady, and the little boy was so traumatized. It really just, like I said, it shook me too, because, man, you think you're safe with your mother, and to see that happen to her, you don't know what's going to happen to these kids going down the line.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be taking more of your phone calls. Get at me 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know the lady could have died, right?
Yep.
You know the lady already sick. Before, and it's just with anybody. Before you put your hands on somebody, you don't know what their mental and physical condition is. That lady was pregnant and had sickle cell. That lady could have died. Now, what you think folks finna do when y'all out of control, with these out of control kids decide that they want to put their hands on somebody? You don't think kids kill people? The juvenile facility is filled up with children 13, 12, 11 years old with murder charges. And then when somebody grown take out something and start popping them or whatever, then and the kids end up on a damn T-shirt, then you gonna want justice for your kids. It's like the 3 kids tried to break in these folks' house and he shot all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you gonna do when you think that you being approached by danger. Ain't nobody asking somebody robbing you. What you supposed to ask for their ID? Let me see your ID before I shoot your ass. No, that ain't how that work, and it's hurtful to see something like that. I heard that they got the mother moved out, and the mother is in a better situation or whatever. And I just hope that nobody else get in trouble or get in danger. And I hope that there is some accountability for the kids. Those kids need help. Those kids need therapy. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to have a conversation with those mothers. It needs to be an outright apology to the community without justification. And we don't nobody care about your past. Everybody have a past. Everybody been through abuse. Everybody been mistreated. Everybody went to bed hungry. But you just got to figure it out, because when what you do have a negative effect on other people, just like you got problems, they got problems too. And you're doing negative things to affect other people who also been molested or abused or sexually assaulted or all of the trauma. Everybody got some kind of childhood trauma, but you don't get to take it out on other people and make people's life worse. We got to figure out how to get help and prayer and everything, whatever we need, so we can function in society without having a negative effect on others. You can't use that to justify bad behavior that take innocent people that was not bothering you or didn't deserve stuff like that and do that to people. It's wrong. It's wrong. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Victor. I'm calling from Chicago. Basically, the parenting these days, I mean, these parents, it's like they don't have any control over their children. There's no accountability. But the unfortunate part about it is that these kids these days are so unhinged and on 10 all the time that, you know, it's probably going to be unfortunate that any one of these kids who were involved in that attack might themselves be attacked on sight.
Hi, I'm calling from Texas, and I just want to say I think it's time for these parents to start being held accountable, because when you try to speak to these parents, the parents actually do not let you talk to them. They go off just as much as the kids. So it's time for the parents to start standing up, because they're the problem.
My name is Mary, and I'm calling from Texas. Okay, this has really gotten me upset because, you know, it could have, you know, really been a really bad situation. What if that mother had a weapon on her? Then those kids' parents would think that, or would be outraged because their kids got killed.
Yes, hi, this is Tammy calling from Miami. Listen, I think they all should be punished, and if it was up to me, they made me to get beat too.
Hi, this is Shell from Cleveland. I feel that the teachers should be held accountable, the children should be held accountable, and the school should be held accountable, because the school is responsible for the kids until they get home. So everybody needs charges built up against them.
Special K, I'm sitting up here, Alfreda's Rock T, I'm sitting up here thinking about all of my friends and classmates' mom who came up to school, and it's not one of those mothers I would have thought about putting my hands on.
Not one.
I'm thinking about all my 6th grade class. I remember all the parents coming up to the school, and the thought I would be scared to think of. I never would have thought about hitting Coach McClaney back after he hit me with a paddle.
Come on, man.
And you know what else you think about, Roxy and Alfred and Rick? Think about all the peers you have, all the friends you have that have raised kids along with your kids that would never think about doing that. I get sick of people saying that no matter how you raise your kids, kids are going to be kids. That's BS.
Yeah.
That is BS, because I know a lot of people that have raised kids that would never do this. And I say that with I'm not going back on that at all. How you raise your kids, it matters. It matters.
We say it all the time. Where did the shift happen now that the parents are afraid of all the kids and the
That's a good point.
Like, when did this happen?
That damn crack baby generation, and these the crack babies' grandkids. The crack babies' grandkids that's out here doing this stuff. Hold that thought, Rock T. Listen, we're going to be taking more of your phone calls. We're not going to do the mix that stay in your head all day. I'm going to try to get my nephew on the phone that's a high school teacher in Atlanta, Deltrick. We're going to try to get him on the phone. We're going to be talking about more of this Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here at Frida's. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Thursday, November 20th. Here's what's going on in the news. Arrests are stacking up in Charlotte as Border Patrol operations continue and protesters are making their voices heard. About 250 people have been taken into custody since last weekend, all part of what's being called Operation Charlotte's Web. Agents are expected to stay in the city at least through tomorrow as the Trump administration continues its crackdown on crime and illegal immigration. Speaking of, the love fest continues in D.C. President Trump is showering praise on Saudi Arabia's crown prince, highlighting what he calls booming business ties between the two countries. The administration has approved the export of advanced AI chips to Saudi Arabia and the UAE. The countries can buy up to 35,000 NVIDIA Blackwell chips for new data centers as long as they, quote, meet strict security rules. Meanwhile, two members of Congress, one Republican, one Democrat, are facing serious legal trouble. Florida GOP Congressman Corey Mills is under a House ethics investigation over accusations of missing or misusing campaign money, taking improper gifts, and allegedly sexual misconduct. A judge also ordered him to avoid an ex-girlfriend who says he threatened to leak explicit videos. Meanwhile, Florida Democrat Sheila Sherfilis McCormick has been indicted. Prosecutors say her company got extra FEMA money during the pandemic and she kept it instead of returning it. If convicted, she faces up to 50 years in prison. For info on these stories and more.
She don't go to prison because then we ain't going to have no oregano.
No. No. It's not that McCarthy. Okay. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now here's a look at sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for Rock T NFL Picks of the Week. Oh, the sports genius is back in action. I don't give you the over or the under. I'm just going to tell you who's going to win the damn game. Let's get it popping, baby. Tonight, Thursday Night Football, pick the Buffalo Bills to beat Houston. Indianapolis will beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. Patrick Mahomes looks human for once. He's not a superhero after all this year. Indianapolis going to beat Kansas City. Pittsburgh over Chicago. New England over Cincinnati. Baltimore over the Jets. Seattle beats Tennessee.
Wait. Pittsburgh ain't going to beat Chicago. You out of your mind?
Pittsburgh going to beat Chicago without Aaron Rodgers. I said it. Green Bay over Minnesota. My Detroit Lions will not lose to the New York Giants. Jacksonville over Arizona. Atlanta will beat the New Orleans Saints. Dallas Cowboys, expect them to heat up down the back stretch. They will beat Philly this weekend.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I said it. Cowboys over the Eagles.
Well, they do got my nephew Quentin Williams on the defensive line, so yeah. Okay.
San Fran over Carolina. The Rams will beat Tampa Bay. Don't be shocked if the Rams are in the Super Bowl in the game of the week. The whole world will be watching. Shedeur Sanders will get the start with Cleveland versus the Las Vegas Raiders. He will have some struggles, but he will conquer those struggles and find a way to lead the Browns to victory. Pick the Cleveland Browns to beat the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm with that.
And
I'm with that, Rock.
He's going to have 3 touchdowns. I said it. He's going to have 3 touchdowns. Let's go,
Rock,
baby.
Please.
Let's go, man. Let's go, Shedeur.
That he do.
Let's go, Shedeur. Shut these haters up, man.
Yeah.
Go play ball like you know how to play football. And I need all of his teammates.
Yeah, you hype for like you playing.
Oh my
I need
gosh,
all
relax,
his teammates
dude.
to rally around.
Hitting the
Take
table,
it down.
Knock the damn microphone.
Let's go, man.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Just relax and have fun.
Weird.
That's my advice to Shedeur. Have fun out there and play football, big dog. That's it, man. Brad got the hot spot coming up.
morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Martha Stewart is back joining forces with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre because she is now the newest brand partner for their Still Gin spirited beverage. Yes, indeed. She's been enlisted not to only promote the brand, but also share her own recipes using the signature gin. Her signature cocktail is called Watermelon, which includes watermelon, lime juice, cucumber bitters, cane syrup, and Still Gin. It's billed as an elevated take on gin and juice. The partnership isn't as surprising as it might initially seem because Martha Stewart and Snoop have maintained what she describes an unbreakable friendship as they collaborated on various projects over the years. They've also partnered on products like wine, Bic lighters and smoking accessories, CBD products, TV shows, sketchers, and cookbooks. So I continue that to be a long-lasting relationship, and I'm happy that Martha. What you think, Gary? You looking at me crazy?
Yes, I am.
She's
honey.
smart.
Yeah, she may be smart, but honey, she's fine and said, the hell with it. I might as well go ahead and be me. I'm going to name it Watermelon when I'm working with you two Negroes, and this is what it's going to be.
No, it's made with watermelon.
Yeah.
Gary.
Why she couldn't make it peachy?
Because it's lime juice, cucumber bitters, cane syrup, and their gin.
Watermelon. Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Y'all going to get it on the way home, honey. Yeah,
trying to keep the black man down. Next they're gonna come out with chicken.
Exactly, chicky.
If Snoop and Dre didn't have a problem with it being called watermelon, it has watermelon in it.
That's the problem. It got cucumber in it too, Brad. Why can it be cucumber?
Because that's not cute as watermelon.
Oh, see, y'all brainwashed.
We don't eat chicken and watermelon in public.
Okay, yeah.
Martha Stewart eat watermelon and chicken.
She should have named the one there because that sounds racist, honey. No. Put in watermelon.
Oh my God,
and you're working with black people.
You always got to find the worst, most negative thing you could say. Martha Stewart ain't never did nothing to you, never.
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
She ain't never done nothing for me, honey. She
I
get
said
her
to you. She ain't got to do nothing for you.
I just don't like that.
Man, don't pay attention to Martin Luther with the T.
Okay, Miss Watermelon.
All right, y'all. Oh, God. Moving on, y'all. Samuel Jackson had no problem saying yes when he was asked to join forces with Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl halftime show in February in New Orleans. And while Jackson thought he was signing up for another one of his many acting gigs, he told Jimmy Kimmel that he had no idea he was signing up to be Uncle Sam in the Revolution, y'all. Here's what he had to say.
I had no idea about any of that until we actually did dress rehearsal.
That was the first time you knew you were going to be, dressed as Uncle Sam?
That was the first time I knew we were doing a revolution. I mean, I knew I was dressing as Uncle Sam, but I just thought that was like, okay, fine, it's an Uncle Sam thing, and it's not. But then all of a sudden, when dress rehearsal starts, it's like, I'm there, I'm doing it. I turn around and said, wait a minute, that's flag. They're making a flag up there. Oh, now I'm going, now it's revolutionary.
That's when you figured it out right then?
It never occurred to me. I just thought it was just me being Sam, with an Uncle Sam suit. Uncle Sam.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Man, you better find out what you're signing up for because you never know. I mean, but he was just paid, I guess, to do an acting gig. And he got his money and did what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com and you can catch me on all my social media. All right, y'all, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.